welcome back to my YouTube channel, Shugas. My name is Shugas, and this is my YouTube channel where I speak about all things books, DIY, and lifestyle. If that is your kind of jam, or one of the things that I've mentioned is your thing, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell to get notified every single time your homegirl post a video, and that's on purr. In honor of me reading a little life, I am doing a books that make me cry tag. I love sad books. Sad books are my thing. Books that bring emotion, especially sadness and hurt and tears. I just automatically give them 5 stars. Like, is it really a good book if I didn't cry? Is it really? So without further ado, let's get right into this video. First things first, the Song of Achilles. There's a reading vlog where I was in tears, and I think I cried because there was so much emotions that was stored in me because of the storyline. So in this book, it is a Greek mythology retelling of Achilles and Patroclus. Achilles and Patroclus are very close friends. We see them from being young boys to growing up to being young men, going off to war, fighting a war that they had no business being in. And we see them kind of like grow their friendship and their relationship, really develop this really earth-shattering love for each other that is just not even the gods, literally guys, not even the gods could have stopped. Towards the end, it really broke my heart because we get to see just how their love for each other being impacted, and we get to see how in the beginning I thought the story was being told from Patroclus' point of view, but you get to see towards the end that it was told from a different perspective. Even that just broke my heart because this person didn't support their relationship. I think the reason why it just made me cry, I think it was tears of contentment because I was like, whew. Second one is a book Lovers by Emily Henry, and I read this book last year. I think the reason why I cried in this book was because of just how accepting they are of each other. They genuinely wanted to be in each other's lives, so these were definitely tears of happiness. I was very happy with this book, like the love, the friendship, the sisterhood. It was just amazing. And guys, it was book related. This book was definitely for us book lovers. I said what I said, and I'm gonna say it again. Third book is The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. There's a reading vlog also. Toni! Toni, may you rest in peace, my love. But wow, even in the grave, you still shake people's worlds. This book is tiny, but it will shake you guys. It will shake you. We follow, main character is Peculiar. She is a girl who doesn't see herself as being beautiful, and she sees white people as the standard of beauty, and that's why it's called the Bluest Eye, because it's those with the blue eyes. She goes through this journey of being ridiculed and being insulted by her peers, by her parents, by the people that are around her, and just emphasizing on the fact that, you know, she's not beautiful. You know, we get to see her story. You also see like different side characters and everything like that. But the moment that it broke my heart, and this is what Toni does. She would make you kind of feel sorry for someone who's gonna do something bad. Peculiar did not deserve anything that she went through. These tears were definitely tears of being heartbroken. So heartbroken just thinking about it. Book number 4, we have Normal People by Sally Rooney. You should go, she says. I'll always be here. You know that. And if you have read the book, you would understand. I cried because it was tears of comfort, of knowing that they will always be there for each other, but it was just like, it pained me that they were not together. Book number 5, we have Pachinko by Minji Lee. I read this book last year, and it was tears that I was not ready for. I was having the time of my life reading this book. I was just enjoying this book, and then I got caught off guard, bro, when one of the characters did something that I did not see coming. But this book, it is a historical fiction, and we see a woman, her family, and how her family goes through these things where they move from their initial home and they immigrate to somewhere else, and they try to build a life there, raising these 2 boys, and it's just roller coaster and a whole lot of emotions that you go through without realizing that you were heavily invested. I cried when something happened, when this incident happened during the book, and I also cried towards the end. Anyways, moving right along, another book that made your girl cry is 1,000 Splendid Suns by Khalid Hussein. There is a reading vlog. I like to show myself crying on camera. We follow 2 women in different stages of her life. We first follow Mariam, and then we follow Layla, and the first half of the book is Mariam and how she grew up. Baby girl had a bad life. Triggered me a little bit because our stories were very much. But the second part, we follow Layla, and we get to see how they definitely grew up in different spaces. One grew up with a father who was not really present. parents basically who are not really present, who are not loving, who did not encourage her in any sort of way, but she had big aspirations, wanted big stuff for her life, yet she just didn't have that. And then Layla, doted upon, really encouraged, really loved, but is thrown into a situation that is heartbreaking. And the things that these women went through, and also the Taliban. Anyways, it's really heartbreaking, the things that these women go through, like from a very young age. Guys, Miriam, I don't like describing women strong, but wow, it's just like the things that were going, like personally, the things that happening outside of them that affected them. Tears that I cried were just, I was heartbroken. Even towards the end, it was painful. Yeah, I absolutely love this book. Another book is The Death of Vivek Oji by Akuke Amezi. I read this book and it broke my heart, and I still don't know what type of tears these were. I absolutely love this book. I think this is the best book that I have ever read in my entire life. We follow Vivek, who is going through not an identity crisis, because I don't think it was a crisis. I think Vivek just knew who he was, just started living his life, and everybody else had to follow through, but everybody else was very scared for him. We just get to see him grow into himself and loving himself and being like embracing himself, just being. I loved it so much. And also seeing everybody else and how they're involved until the day Vivek died. The ending was just, it was just really comforting. It was one of the best tears that I've ever cried, and I would read it again, and I know I will definitely cry. This is gonna be an honorable mention, even though I haven't finished this book. In real life, I have cried, even though I don't think I've cried enough. Cried like little bits, like I've cried like like a few tears will drop there. Very heartbreaking. Like I understand why people say this book is very sad. I'll get an honorable mention because I know it'll break my heart. Another book is Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This book was tears of what could have been. I absolutely love this book. Follow this band and then this girl Daisy, and we get to see them being together and being a band, them writing songs, them going on tour. Yeah, guys, these were definitely tears of we could have been. I think about Daisy all the flipping time, and I'm so excited for the series to come out in March. Like, talk about heartbreak. Yeah, Homegoing by Yajasi rearranged my life. And I think the ending for me, just seeing how everything just came together, those tears were just beautiful tears for me. But yeah, just seeing everything like tied up all together. Some things are not just a coincidence. I believe that there are people in this world who have a purpose, being their ancestors' wildest dreams, without even knowing they were at a place where their ancestors were at, and their ancestors have always wanted to be. You know, when people say I am my ancestors' wildest dreams, this book was just a presentation of that. It was just beautiful, man. One of the best books I have ever flipping read. Tears were just tears of a lot of things for me. Yeah, that is all for this video. I really do hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell to get notified every single time your homegirl post a video. Until next time, Shugas, thank you so much for watching. Bye.